copacetic means they're going to rip off your tongue and lick your ass with it, then yeah, we're copacetic.
It's a Vase Productions.
Welcome back to It's a Vase Productions. Calming down after the rant last night. I got a lot of good responses on that. I'll do more, but right now, for those I really have to be feeling it. I think you can tell that, but I got a lot of good reactions from saying Scott Mendel, which again, just in the moment, that guy, I swear, I was just reading that article and then his name pops up and it's like, you know, some bullshit about to start flying. Anyway, today I'm back to my rambling and calm self. And I just woke up and got on Facebook and all the Captain Marvel crap is still going crazy. And this Rotten Tomatoes stuff is still going crazy. So I figured I'd just take a look at it and give you my perspective. And just, you know, I got the hood up because we're just weathering the storm. Weathering this storm of absolute nonsense and name calling and, oh, it's because of those, well, it's just because of that. It's like, it's because you keep saying stuff outside of your movie and blaming certain groups of people and then being surprised when those certain groups of people get upset at being called names and things like that. It's not a crazy thing. It's not mind-blowing. It's not like, how do we solve this mystery of what's going on with these reviews? You're treating people badly and they respond in kind. Anyway, so what I thought I'd do, so I'm on Rotten Tomatoes, and first of all, let's take a look at so it's at 79% on the tomato meter, 80%, neat, 52% audience score, and that's up from like 36% last night, and there's like, oh, it's bots and it's trolls and it's this and that, and I think, though, it's going to, let's do something fun. If we go to more info, 7952. What's this? Top critics. Well, that would be. I would think that would be. I mean, if we're talking about a critical review and then just the audience review, well, wouldn't I want the top critics? Well, boy, I bet since all these audience people are just trolls and idiots, the top critics, they're going to know that this movie is. That dropped precipitously. Wow, that went from 79% down to 65%, which matches a lot closer with that audience score. That's wild. Boy, that is interesting. Now, let's get the critics' consensus here. Packed with action, humor, and visual thrills, Captain Marvel introduces the MCU's latest hero with an origin story that makes effective use of the franchise's signature formula. I'm not going to lie, that review says it's fine. It's got action, humor, and it effectively uses the formula. Is it amazing? No, it's not. It's not amazing. They said it in the critical consensus. So just so you know, they're not totally bullcrapping you. They told you that it's fine. And that's what the audience score is going to say. 52% liked it. That'll probably go up to around 60. I mean, it's fine. Let's check out the actual audience reviews and see what they're saying. Also, that critics' consensus, Solo, a Star Wars story. A flawed yet fun and fast-paced space adventure, Solo, a Star Wars story should satisfy newcomers to the saga, as well as longtime fans who check their expectations at the theater door. Now, again, what does that review say? Does it say it's amazing? No, it's like, don't expect a lot from this. Don't expect a lot. Check your expectations at the door. They're not trying to sell you on that one. I know these reviews, like, I think that's kind of interesting. Let's go to the more info on that one. Top critics, 62. Again, it drops down, and that's almost exactly the same as the actual audience score. Now, if that's not, I mean, that's the most telling thing about all of this. Absolutely crazy. Captain Marvel reviews. Let's just read audience reviews, because who trusts even the critics anymore? I mean, literally their job is they're paid to say things. Who's paying them? I don't have to trying to track down every last one of your parent companies and whatnot to make sure you're not a shill or to listen to everything you say to determine then if you're just shilling yourself away, Scott Mendel. No. All right, Dave D. Half a star. Captain Marvel was a mistake. Please don't ruin Endgame. James H. The only good thing, 2 stars. The only good thing about was Nick and the cat. Brie Larson, total wrong cast for this character. So that's a man complaining about Brie Larson, 2 stars. I mean, Willie J. Middle of the road MCU movie. Not horrible, not great, just average. That's what the official review said on the front. It said it effectively uses it. That's okay. So 2 stars. 5 stars. 5 stars, Hassan H. This movie is far from perfect, but I definitely enjoyed it. This movie is far from perfect. That's why I gave it a perfect score. So, review bombing works 2 ways, people, okay? So, I mean, you get that, right? The other side can try and do it too, but the other side. CGI is not bad, but the movie is boring. 1 star. Tear. Carrie K. Ooh. Carrie, this could be a woman here. A woman. 1.5 stars. It's toxic males. God. I wrote a review last night, but Rotten Tomatoes censored it. The movie was flat and monotone. The protagonist did not have any character development and is way too overpowered. Boring, mostly predictable plot. Jackson and the cat are the only reason I give it 1.5. So Jackson and the cat. Larson was seriously miscast in this role since she did not show any emotion at all for 99% of the time besides stone-faced anger along with clenched fist. Combine this with her arrogant lines and you have the most dislikable protagonist of any movie for a long time. In addition, there's heavy ideological load in the movie. Way to go, Marvel, for alienating your fans, destroying the incredible story you've created in the last 20 movies. Skip this one. There is nothing important. So, you guys think that was a bot? His Russian bots sure are eloquent. AJK, 1 star. Fury loses his eye. Oh, spoiler alert. I mean, I'll put a spoiler thing in there. Fury loses his eye from a cat scratch. The Tesseract, I heard about this too. The Tesseract, which is on the ground of the ocean with Captain America, is with Carol Danvers at the same time. Captain Marvel is so OP, she destroys anyone. They've ruined the timeline and some pre-established characters. It's really bad. That's why I heard Jeremy Johns said the same thing. I mean, and I was thinking about this when I heard about the cat thing and the Tesseract and how it was used in the movie. It's like, did they explain how any of it got there? No. Are they just acting like we didn't even make this movie for our fans? We just made it. Like, what does that mean? Why would you? 1 star, Del J. It's the worst Marvel movie ever. 1 star. There's no redemption story-wise for this movie. It is predictable and prosaic in a way that a superhero movie should not be. 5 stars. At some scenes, the plot was slow, but in the end, it was an interesting story and kept my attention. 5 stars. At some points, the plot was slow, so I gave it 5 stars. I mean, I feel, maybe the 1 star people need to go. I think, again, the answer is it's a little in the middle, but people have to do extreme reactions because of all the nonsense surrounding. I'm going to read a couple more of these. Let me get to the 4 stars. Not what I was expecting, but a welcome surprise. I've heard this from some people. The movie was a fun romp that I really enjoyed. Regardless of the controversy surrounding it, I believe each film should be judged on its own merits. Xavier O. Xavier. Xavier. No, I'm just kidding. Charles, I have to imagine is your first name. I got to agree with you there. I probably will end up seeing this movie. I've been cautioned not to because, like, you're giving money to Disney, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And my sister wants to see it, and I don't want to, like, ruin it for her. And I was like, I want to go see it with people that want to see it and get their reactions on it. So, you know what I mean? Because I want to judge the movie based off the movie and not the crap storm that's surrounding it, which there is a crap storm surrounding it, and that's why all this stuff is happening. And it's because of the things people are saying. If they just let the movie happen. They deleted my 2-star review. I wonder if they will keep the fake 5-star review. The movie was boring. Alan C. They deleted my 2-star review. I wonder if they keep the fake 5-star review. The movie was boring. That is hilarious. I'm gonna have to start doing this for other movies. 1 star, bland, another Ant-Man level movie. Captain Marvel. I liked Ant-Man. I love Ant-Man. Oh, that's interesting. So different perspectives there. Captain Marvel is miscasted, brings little to the film. Once she's in Endgame, she'll be out-acted in minutes. Sam Jackson was awesome. I'm hearing a lot of Sam Jackson was awesome. So maybe you should have given it more than 1 star. You know, or maybe, I don't know, you could have given it 0 or like a half star. Some things, 3.5 stars. Felt a bit shoehorned at the end of the MacGuffin fight scenes towards the end, but the humor played well, and it was an enjoyable movie. 4.5, far better than expected. Saw it last night, being skeptical from the trailers. I had a blast. That's interesting, yeah, because I wasn't hugely blown away by the trailers, so 4.5. Pre-classic Marvel, but the formula is refined to a point where it's a good movie. That's an interesting comment there. There are way more twists than I expected too, none of which fell flat. Go see this. Don't listen to all the hate. 4.5 stars. I mean, I think that was an interesting review. 3 stars, a fun movie, good acting, decent pacing. The fight scenes were okay. 3 stars. Half a star, boring, incoherent, contradictory, bad movie, bad acting, forced humor. Yeah, so I think what you got here is a okay movie with a crap storm surrounding it. Which is kind of like, I mean, The Last Jedi. I think that movie's absolutely freaking terrible. And maybe like hardcore Marvel fans will feel that about this. I'm a hardcore Star Wars fan. I just like Marvel movies. So I don't even know. That's why I always intended to go see it, just because I was like, but then that's how I felt with The Last Jedi. And like Disney Star Wars, I was like, how bad could they mess it up? And I really liked Vader in Rogue One, so you know. You never know what's going to happen. Anyway, I got to go to work. I got to do other stuff. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Go check out the rant. There's a rant. People like Scott. Do you want me to go see this movie and tell you what I think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for my new subscribers and people. Whoever watched my Force Lightning video and commented on it, I forget your name right now, but I'll put it up on the thing. Thank you for your comments. And it was like immediately after I posted that you commented, I was like, I can't believe this is happening at all, let alone like immediately. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. Keep up good work.
Now she's on interviews saying this and that. She's here to save us all, both white and black. We don't need you talking for us, little Bree, over your movie that you want us to see. But you can't help yourself, you like the sound of your voice. Now the fans worldwide gonna make their choice. We made our thoughts known on the RT site, hoping that our fears will make them see the light. But that didn't work, so we burnt that shit down. The RT says, say, yo, you can't hang around. How do you sound trying to kill our free speech? We wanna see a good movie and not be preached. Don't give a fuck what you want or what you came to see. We're a private company and gone you're gonna be. So we left, came back, boycott that film hard. Made no billion on that shit thanks to my whole squad. Come on. We don't love you, Bree. And the same thing goes for Disney. Come on.